So it's Saturday. We've got the War Room going. Got a lot of interesting, fun things to talk about today. I'm joined by an empty chair. Maybe it is just me. Could be. There's a lot of noise. We got a lot of kids going crazy, as usual.
Whatever. Well, you know what I need?
What do you need?
Piece of paper.
Okay.
I don't have it.
It's
not
a
later,
full piece of paper.
later.
I can go get you a piece of paper.
No, it's fine.
We can have a child
I
get
don't
you a
need
piece of
it.
paper.
This is for you.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Where's your
Things
stuff?
are happening.
Just put it at the table behind the couch. What?
Hi. Welcome back.
I'm so nervous.
No, no throwing up on stream.
Oh, that's right. But I was wondering if I put a picture of a pool,
Yes.
could I be in my bikini?
If like just the picture was behind you.
Or if I was like in a 3D pool.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Thank
Oh,
you.
like if you like a green screen pool.
that, or just a picture,
I mean, it sounds like something you could get away with.
right?
Sure.
Hi, everybody.
I don't think there's been a. I don't know if there's been a Warhammer.
A
Hot
streamer
tub
girl.
stream. Yeah.
We could change
I
that
mean,
real
I
quick.
know we could. We could be the first. The one and
Gotta
only.
do something nowadays to cut through the chatter.
Yeah, it's true. There's so much.
What's this?
This is a project that I've started.
Is it prep for today?
Well, I mean, it's.
Is everything on this table superfluous or?
Patty, thank you so much
Oh
for
my
the
goodness,
resubscription. Patty is my son. We figured out.
Patty and I have a child.
Oh,
Together. That's
my
how long
goodness.
we've been subscribed. He's been subscribed to me.
My grandchild.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's complicated.
It is complicated.
It's yeah.
Nothing
we don't need
isn't
to get into it.
nowadays.
Anything on the table we can talk about.
You
so-
always have a plan, so I'm just here. I'm
that's
a
good.
non-willing participant.
Don't say that because we'll get reported. They'll come after me. Don't do the what's the hand thing where you. No, it's fine. Everything is fine. No. Well, we can look at things online, or we can look at things
No,
that are here.
I'm here for the ride. Unwillingly.
Don't say that.
When I could be
We're gonna
playing
get-
video games.
I'm gonna get in
instead.
trouble.
Well, great. You need
Is
the
it
help.
Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
No, you have a really bad internal temperature.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Well, let's.
Arsenal, he has not
let's look
been
at
making
stuff.
it. Also, I have to thank not Savage Punch,
Not Savage Punch.
Arsenal, Roy, and Keen 456. I'm going to send out personal thank yous, but I was already gifted birthday gifts,
Oh.
and I used most of them last night.
Awesome. That's great. I don't know. Is it supposed to mean something more?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Are you now 21? Can you
So I was
drink
watching
officially?
a Natasha Leone clip from Team Coco, and she's like, "I'm older. I have a liver that has interacted with my kidney, and they're probably 65, and and my skin is 20, right?" And she's like, "So I tell people I'm 65, like she's like the only person aging up." And then I realized I should just go completely lower than it should be.
Sure.
Like, hey, I'm turning 20. There was another Instagram that I saw today that every time someone posts a picture of their cat, they're like, "Happy birthday, Trish! Happy birthday!" Happy every single day between
Wow.
weeks in between. It's very
Right.
funny to me. Anyway,
I thought you were gonna say like you're 15.
that'd be fine.
Just
No, I
like-
want to be able to drink.
Okay.
I want like legal
Sure.
emancipation.
Fair. Drink somewhere. Right. Yeah. You can't be on Twitch. You're too young.
Great, get to go play video games. then.
We need a browser source. Hold on. It's been a minute
you
since I did this
vlogging.
in Streamlabs. Let's get a new one. Google.
I'm most acclimated with Chrome. I used to be a Firefox person,
Yeah.
but the integration with Chrome is so good.
This is not what I want.
But I guess it's probably better to just not have one that sells your information. But
Yeah, they all do.
no, there's a couple ones out there that don't.
And I'm old, so I use Firefox.
Does that make you old?
I think so. What am I doing here? How come I can't figure this out? Damn it. Is it window?
Nope. Go to browser source.
Well, no, I just want this.
Yep. Go to browser source.
That's a browser? Or is that a window?
It's a browser. I'm just going to show you. Did you copy the browser?
Copy what?
Did you copy the link? Just watch.
No, I don't.
This is one way to do it. Copy the link.
But I want to look at a bunch of links. I just want this window.
Great.
So
then you're doing window capture.
Okay. Cool. Sorry, everybody. Hold on. I'm not the best.
Goog. I've got no problem.
We're doing Goog. We're on the Goog.
Chrome. You're
This
using
one.
Chrome. You said you use Firefox.
I know, but I open a secondary
You're such
thing.
a liar.
This is what I want. But I don't want it that big.
And then you can alt out the tabs.
I don't care.
Okay. Netscape. I remember when my aunt taught me how to search things on the internet. She goes, you have to do happy plus birthday.
Oh, right. Yeah, the old Boolean search terms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, it was Netscape 3.3. What was it? 3. What
3.0?
gold? It was the gold. That was that 3. All right, come on, old people. You come on, help me out here. It was Netscape 3 something gold.
Scott's breaking out the online disc. I broke it.
Oh, we had stacks of those AOL discs.
69.
No, but thanks.
But thank you.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm just gonna be like those asshole girls on there. Like, ah,
Sure.
ah.
Warhammer Fest.
Okay.
It's back, sort of. Well, usually it's a gigantic. It's like a convention. It's like a Warhammer, their own convention that they hold in England, and all the Brits show up.
Have
and
you
a couple
ever
of
been?
I have not.
Okay.
I'd love to
You'd
go
love
one
to
day.
go.
It's online, of course. It's next weekend, and basically they're just like, of course, almost every weekend they announce new stuff anyway, but there's going to be a ton of announcements starting Monday, May 3rd. Oh, so it's this week rather.
Oh, so each day is allotted
Yeah, they're going
to
to focus on certain things.
I think
but,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So who knows? There are lots of things that are always sort of rumored that like they might be working on this, they might be working on that, but we're going to get a lot of information this coming week. On
That's interesting.
upcoming stuff.
Again, seriously, you have a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's their big seller.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on Saturday the 8th, like, we'll just show off more of everything.
Whatever didn't work, well.
Like, whoa, that one didn't go over so well. We'll do something else.
I'm just enjoying.
Sure. There is a
So
lot
much
to look at in
yeah.
here. Yeah. Did you see? Were you on the stream? I think it was a group stream, and somebody thought that this was a Zoom. A virtual background.
Oh, I don't
and like
know.
I went to actually get something out, and they're like, "Oh, it like blew
broke
their
their
minds."
brain.
Yeah, it's like no, it's real. They're
That's really funny. Wait. Oh, I was like, where did the blank spots come from?
Oh, it's- yeah,
like, what
the
did you
blank
take down?
questions.
I realized I should tweet that we're doing this.
Sure. Yeah. So basically, next week's Warhammer War Room stream will have a ton of stuff to talk about. All these new things. Now, the really big news for us and for you
No,
is this.
nothing's relevant to me here.
This is.
Okay. Oh my goodness!
So we've known for a long time that the Warhammer Store and Cafe
Was happening.
It's happening. Of
Is
course,
it me and it's you?
Sure.
We need to go dressed up as that.
Oh my god, that would be
Stupid.
crazy.
I love how they're trying to be inclusive, but there's two white people right there. They're
Ba-
trying.
Baby steps. Come on, baby steps.
Yeah.
Yes. So a few years ago, they opened the big store in Texas.
You guys,
which
which
was-
you guys went to?
Which Bert, Naeem, and I went.
Is it cafe? Really a cafe?
It is.
Is
Well,
there food?
it's they're
Are there some-
pastries. It's coffee.
Are they
and
themed?
pastry. Yes. Well, the names are. They don't look.
Okay.
They didn't go that far. Yeah, they have the one in Texas has coffees and iced teas and coffees and teas.
They're
and
gonna
that
have to
sort
compete
of
with a lot
things,
of options out
Well,
here.
sure. It's Monrovia.
Oh, never mind.
But yes.
Oh, meat and shit.
Nah, it's not. Yeah, it's like a Starbucks.
Yeah, which
kind
is
of thing.
I
Yeah.
would want that if you want me to spend 3 hours there. Smart.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So the one in Texas, it was their flagship U.S. store, the biggest one
Oh.
yet.
Texas
and
has a lot of flagships, actually.
They do. Yeah. Well, it's centrally located.
I'm in the heart of Texas.
Yes, Patty. Again, the one in Texas, there was a lot of hype. And when I went there for the grand opening, again with Hyper and a couple of the other people, it was not quite as
Hyped.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Cool.
but it wasn't as big and grandiose as I thought it might be. From everything I've heard, this one here in Monrovia is going to be
That's exciting.
Yeah.
When is it?
It is a month from now. A month from like next weekend. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if how to do this, because we're still in COVID times. We're vaccinated, but not everybody's vaccinated, and we got the kids, and I got to figure out what all the safety levels are. And they've said, I've talked about this on stream, that Games Workshop has done a lot over the last year with when their stores were able to be open, doing a lot of precautions and social distancing and things in the stores.
So it's likely they have to abide by those laws, especially because it's going to be in LA.
Yes, but I asked this on the Facebook page, and I started a little bit of a thing, but I want to know, what are they going to do about people lining up, in the early morning beforehand, because people are going to want to get there super early and be the first ones in, and are they going to have things set out to manage that? So I need a little bit more information.
I think there's nothing wrong with emailing them going that this would be a requirement for you to come.
Yeah.
And you should email them and say that you're a content creator and you should get first access. That you'd love to do a piece on it. Hey, here's all the articles to do about toys.
Sure.
You should do this.
Yeah.
Someone help him.
Do I need help?
You just need to do
help.
it. You need to do it.
Sure.
So when I did the pop-up show for 2 minutes, I would walk up to pop-ups and be like, hi, I'm here to cover it. And they'd be like, oh, come on in.
Sure.
So you should do it.
I've done that before. Yeah, Patty, something like that would be a great step. I just don't know if they're actually prepared to do that. So what happens whenever there's a new Warhammer anything that opens, there are a bunch of exclusives that you can only get at the opening of a new store.
Right.
And it's shared. So like if a store opens in Malaysia, if a store opens in Montana, they're gonna have the same new things. And not that many stores open each year, so it's a kind of a big deal. So they've already announced they're gonna have all of those things, but there are gonna be special things that you can only get there. There are gonna be things you can only get at the opening. Again, in Texas, it turned out that the first 100 people in line got additional free crap. So yeah, I just want to make sure everybody's
in that line.
We were in line, but we weren't in the first 100. No, we had done a red eye, and then we slept for like 2 hours, and then got up to go there. So there were people who were there a lot earlier than we were. Yeah, we should have just gone directly and not slept. It would have been better. No, they're already. My kids are Mario obsessed. It's Mario non-stop. Yeah, it was super fun streaming in Texas. Unfortunately, it was so hot that the equipment broke down. we would have streamed longer, but literally the camera just shut down. It was so hot.
It was overheated.
It was so hot and muggy.
Ugh.
Yeah, the camera's like, nope.
So it was actually like 72 degrees here yesterday, and I was so hot. And I'm like, why do I live here? Yeah. but there's nowhere else that's not as extreme in temperature, and that's like livable.
Yeah. It was 94 here the other day.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, it was warm then.
At least here, it's a little bit cooler where you are.
Yeah, but I was warm. That's what was happening to me. Is I was warm.
So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll figure out how to do.
Wisconsin's 88 degrees.
I was in Wisconsin for a summer once, and it was hot.
There's not, once it's hot in those states, it's hot.
Yeah.
Spring and stuff is like awesome. I was in Chicago once for like 1 week of like 72 degree weather, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
So you're excited. Okay, let's see.
I'm very excited. It's super close. It's literally a half an hour due east of us. Or due east of you. You're a little bit closer, but still. So yeah, June 12th. They've announced, so they have done, in addition to like basic safety precautions, they have said, okay, we have all this stuff that normally you can only get on like the actual grand opening day, but we're going to stretch it out. You can get it for the first 2 weeks. So that's good.
because that's anticipating not a lot of people
Right.
being able to be there. Got it.
But there's still going to be a ton of people who are going to show up the first day. They're going to get there maybe like the night before and sleep on, in the parking lot. That's what people do for this kind of thing. I would do it.
About 5 miles away is correct and accurate.
It's not very far away. So yeah, these are like I said, the standard when a store opens, you can get some of these characters. So they're
not my orcs.
Special, but there's some orc heads.
Why? What are they saying about me?
Because orcs are bad guys. There's also I think there's a Tyranid bit down on her base.
Her abs are dope.
Yeah, she's buff. And then the founding dice, which are the ones that I always used on blood curdling.
I remember that.
And then again, they talk about like social distance, limiting who's in the store at one time. So we'll see.
And in theory, if you're wearing your mask outside, and even if there isn't 6 feet between you, and that person isn't, you still should be on the. You can wear face shields out there too.
True.
But also, we're talking about L.A.
Yes.
We're not talking about Texas.
Yes.
I'm hopeful.
Yes. I understand.
We have some psychopaths out here.
We do.
And you don't know.
We have them here in this town. Have you heard about the bar in this town?
The country bar?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, that they've been open like this whole time, and they keep getting shut down, and the guy's been arrested 4 times.
Are you kidding me?
No, and they have protests outside like once a week. It just it's bad. It's bad. Anyway.
Let me tell you my liberal agenda. Did you see that the super imposing of the woman's like the liberal fantasy?
Oh yeah, sex blimps.
Sex blimps is so funny.
So good.
It's so because it was nothing else was changed, right? And it's just
there were a couple of things were changed, but
God,
but
sex blimps.
Oh, so good.
So
that is the fantasy that.
It's funny that I knew it was at the country bar because there's also a country bar from my quote unquote hometown that's the last saloon in the country or whatever. And the Hells Angels would go there, the Vatos would go there, they would fight, there's been deaths.
Cool.
And then one year there was like a style in like 2005 where you wore headbands. And I walked into this place because the hipsters would go there.
Sure, oh yeah, of course.
And I walked into it, and someone was like, "Take that Indian shit off your head." And I went, "Okay, cool." And then I remember looking up another time we were there. There was just a Confederate flag flying very proudly. Same street. We lived on the other side of that street. Someone was just driving their dually with a huge Confederate flag. This wasn't like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Anyway,
good times.
Why did you want me here?
To what?
Why am I here?
To talk about stuff.
What do you want to talk about?
Everything.
We're here to talk about Warhammer.
Yeah, that's right. Right, so why are you asking?
Well, give me more to talk about with regards to Warhammer.
Well, I just
or I'll tangentialize is my point.
Yeah, of course. That's why you're here.
No.
So the other cool thing about these stores, the one in Texas and this one, is that not only is it a big giant store, so they have lots of space.
They've got the cafe. Where is it? Do they have a picture of it? Like
not officially.
I see.
I kind of unofficially know where it is.
Show us.
Well, I can't. Well, I mean, I have like the address. It's in a big strip mall, but it's a sizable location.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the big deal is that it has inside of the store. There's a Forge World section. So typically, Forge World stuff you can only get online. There's no storefront where you can go and shop.
Build a Forge World, like Build a Bear.
That would be cool, but sadly no. But yeah, so you can go and get your super expensive resin actually in the store.
I'm being deprecative and trying to be funny, Aridance, but thank you. Sweet Emily Wolf yesterday was like, "Jessica, are you okay?" And I was like, "Why?" She's being very deprecative. I was like, "Oh, all right. I'll keep an eye on it."
I mean, I would think they would know that about you by now.
She said extra.
Oh.
Which is fair.
Sure, you're extra.
More so than often. I, especially on Ripley streams, try to make myself the butt of the conversation so that there's always something to talk about.
Okay.
Because sometimes
Is that a defense mechanism or?
No, it's me knowing the internet and who's there to watch.
That makes sense.
Used to be. Not anymore. I ain't got nothing to be not proud of. What is White Dwarf?
Sure. White Dwarf is the official magazine of Warhammer. because you can't just buy all of the stuff. You also need the magazine to go along with it. That has exclusive content. If you subscribe, you get a different cover.
So there aren't dwarfs though. We've talked about this, right?
There are. Well, they're
in Sigmar.
Right. There are dwarves in the fantasy game, not in 40K.
But they are used to be small people.
Squats. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And maybe one day. Now again, technically there are 2 squats in the universe of 40K, but they're in the Necromunda game.
What?
So one of the boxed games that's not technically part of the 40K game, they're in their own little game.
I see.
Yes.
Special people, special rules.
Small people, special rules.
I said what I said.
Sure. But yeah, so there's the magazine that comes out, and it always has, a lot of it is just like model porn. It's like the most amazing models
Which
that
is
you've ever
awesome.
seen painted. Yeah. And then like the people at...
When you love something, you use, of course you want this.
Yeah. The people at Games Workshop doing their own games, so they have like all the fanciest terrain, everything, and they battle reports, answer questions, paint guides, all that kind of stuff. But then they'll do, so I mean, you can see here, it's great. But then they'll do focuses on certain things from the lore, or they'll make up new lore to go along with things, which is cool.
Is it still canon though?
Yes,
I see.
It is,
okay.
which is really cool because it's essentially like fan-made Space Marine chapters, but from Games Workshop people, or from like if, for instance, a couple months ago, was it the last one or the one before? But one of the Games Workshop authors wrote a series of novels and introduced a new Space Marine chapter, and like there's artwork of them on the cover, and people. Nightbot knows. And so they made actual like a painting guide for it and rules so you could play that chapter because they look really cool and people really
That's
like
very
that.
cool. I just came up with something very clever.
Ooh.
That's what it's going to be called tonight.
Cool.
Does it make sense? Do you know what it's parodying?
No.
Whose line is it anyway?
Oh, got it. Okay.
It's not that clear.
Well, now that you say that, just add the improv.
I'm going to add
part of
improv,
it.
yeah.
Okay. So anyway, in this one, we learn more about the Fallen. Now, the Fallen are really interesting because we've talked about the Dark Angels before.
Yes.
Do you remember anything? So the
No.
Dark Angels were
Are they ladies?
No, sadly they're not. That'd be cool if they were though. I mean, now you could make your own if you wanted to.
Sure.
One of the original Space Marine legions were the Dark Angels. Technically, they're the first legion. They're led by Lion L. Johnson, who's named for the poet Lionel Johnson.
Why?
So his name is Lion. He is usually referred to as the Lion.
That's pretty
so
cool.
It makes a little bit more
Lion's
sense.
a cool name.
Sure. It is. No, it is. It's buried over there. But
Oh, I have a really quick,
okay. Yes.
very great joke that I
Okay.
just came up with right now.
Okay.
Out of nowhere.
Sure.
My mom was a radiologist. And she met my dad when he came in for an x-ray. I wonder what she saw in him.
It's amazing how you come up with these
Immediately,
jokes,
out
just
of
like,
nowhere. You know,
just
all of a sudden,
boom.
yeah, that's what improv will give you. You know?
Yeah.
But I can't give it to you
That's
all the time.
skills. Can you grab in that? Actually, if you can just lift up from here. Carefully, that all the stuff on top doesn't fall off.
This is my life, so.
There is an entry in this book for the name Lion.
Wait, why is
what?
Nightbot going crazy? Nightbot has
it's
two
fine.
different things.
That's fine.
Thank you, Darrow. Darrow, when did you get here?
He came for the jokes. He sensed
He literally came for the
that you
jokes.
were going to be joking. So there is actually an entry in here for Lion, for that character, and Lion-O from Thundercats.
Oh.
So it was like a dual.
Yeah, I think Lion is a cool name.
It can be.
Could it be for a little girl, too?
Sure.
Would you like to put it?
No, that's fine. You've read. You have this book. You know the disclaimer at the beginning.
I do. Oh, no. Just thinking about
I know.
would one want
Sure.
to name their child Lion?
I mean, probably not, but you never know.
I don't know what's going on with my body. Someone said to me, or not someone, Terry Gamble, said she saw a TikTok that said if anyone's feeling insecure about their body, like going back into the world or whatever, that you should actually just be really happy that your body got you through the pandemic. And I have a hard time with that because I'm a cynic sometimes.
Yeah, well.
But I get it. Like, I did survive it, right?
Yes.
And if I, so I get it. How are the cats? Okay. They're so cute. They're every time I leave, which is not often anymore, Pepper gets cuter. She followed me around the house. Blue, just not staying put, but I think it's just getting warm. So
yeah.
But Pepper was super close last night. They're good, thank you. I still, as I was going to clean the litter box today, I was like, I miss Sylvester. Like these weird little things.
Sure.
You know how everyone was talking about the quote from WandaVision. I saw another woman, she had lost her best friend. I don't know her very well, but she was sharing grief and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And grief is love with no place to go. And I think that makes sense. It's like, I had nothing to focus it on.
Yeah,
like that specific love for that cat. But
I think that's a better quote than the WandaVision one.
You know what I love? This is what people were saying, like, no one's doing it like her. This is incredible TV. She's such a phenomenal actor. No. You're wrong. It's okay. She's okay. It's not phenomenal. It's all the fact that we know that character so well and we're engrossed in it already. Like they should do very little lifting in that. And the story is okay. It's clever.
If that,
And if anyone's doing great work, it's friggin' what's his face? Vision. That actor.
Yeah.
He's killing it. But also doing the same thing we've ever seen him do. Anyway, everyone's like, she's so great. She's not. And shut up. She's okay. And it's okay that she's okay. What?
They're here for the hot takes. We knew it was going to happen.
Are they really? Who is?
I don't know. I was not a huge fan of that show.
Paul Bettany, I just think he's super charming.
Oh, of course.
And she, of her own volition, I knew she was an Olsen right off the bat. And to her credit, she's like, I wanted to change my surname because I didn't want to have to deal with nepotism. I want to earn it. Bitch, your twin sister didn't earn it. They were 6 months old. Like, there's no earning there. They just happen to be twins. And it's okay if nepotism got you where you are.
Sure.
That being said, I'm sure if she went into the audition room against somebody else, she probably nailed it versus somebody else. I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Possible. So, just, I don't know. The writing is different because we know the story so well. It's not phenomenal. It's I don't know.
I didn't love it. So you're
I just don't know what
preaching to
people
the choir
think.
here.
I don't know what people think when they're saying no one else is doing it like she is. I just don't know what they mean. That's really hyperbole.
Yes.
That's all.
Her
sisters did not audition. They are busy sleeping with older men, which there's nothing wrong with. They just care about fashion and cigarettes.
Sure.
That's it.
I mean, who doesn't?
I tried to smoke one on the way here today. It was not successful. Every now and then I'm like, you want a cigarette? And so I have a pack. Because I loved them.
But don't go back.
I've never...
Don't talk yourself back into it.
I'm not talking myself into it.
You just said, sometimes I'll tell myself, you should have said that.
Because I want
you literally
one.
just said that.
The antidepressants I'm on make it so that it even tastes bad. Like, I can't even do it.
Good.
Great. When I would drink socially, I'd be like, let's smoke! And it would be great, and I never smoke again for 3 more months.
Okay.
So I got a pack a couple months ago during Sylvester stuff, thinking that I maybe wanted one. And I tried to smoke it a couple times and just I can't, which is awesome.
Good.
No, it will never happen again.
Okay.
But doesn't mean I can't try, because, can't you have a beer every now and then?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Save for Olsen hot dogs. Scarlet Twins. Funny.
Did you I'm assuming
you got it, dude.
I'm assuming you haven't watched Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Of course I did. Why would you assume I haven't?
Oh, because I don't know.
Why would that mean? Because it's about boys?
No, because I just don't think you care.
I care.
Oh, all right.
I like it. I can't wait for Loki.
Wait, but that's
I have to know everything going into it because I don't want anything to get pulled over my eyes.
All right.
Savage Punch.
I was wrong. What did you think of?
I thought it was rushed. I thought the villains were okay, but not great. I thought Carly was poorly cast, or not given
I was going to say
enough.
poorly written, but okay.
I was going to say, or not given enough space to do what she actually needed to do in order for us to understand what she was doing. Because, like, the person that died, right, that was Babadonia or something like that, why is the first time we're seeing this person when they're dead?
When they're dead. Yeah.
Didn't make any sense. And I understand that they were underserved by the fact that it was only 6 episodes. And that it's meant to be a series that carries on. Should have been 10. And it should have been... Or because the storytelling went fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was crammed.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw me retweet MCU some distribution. The writer's goal was for us to like John Walker by the end of the series.
Yeah,
You're kidding me? Also, then don't have him work with the Julia Louis-Dreyfus character, who we have no idea who she's beholden to. Because now I understand.
But she's witty. And the comic book people know who she is. So, there's that going on.
But she's a triple agent. You don't ever know who she works for.
Yes.
So even then, it's questionable what he's going to be asked to do. So then, how am I supposed to trust this character? Also, do you see that weld job? Holy moly! I'm glad his shield broke apart, because it really deserved to. She's beholden to Jerry.
Fair.
She's her own person in and of her own right. Did you hear the story? She did a really good episode, with Zach Shepard.
Okay.
And she's talking about, like, the precursor up to... I think she was even on SNL and it didn't go well. Like, I think it was, like, in the weird interim Lauren era.
Yeah.
Hi, Tiny Chris. Hi, Angel.
And Tiny Benjamin.
And, long story short, she had, like, a $80,000 development deal that didn't go anywhere because they didn't pick up whatever she was writing or something.
Okay.
And then Seinfeld comes right along, and I think they were trying to sue her for not, like...
yeah.
But the deal was that she got the money no matter what. Anyway, It was fascinating to listen to, like, that kind of comedian royalty talk about her coming up.
Yeah, there's always those weird background
According to the showrunner, thank you, Minty Squid, that makes so much sense. According to the showrunner, Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to be 10 episodes, but an entire subplot was cut. And JLD's character was supposed to be in Black... Yes, that I heard.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, thus, we don't get perhaps a proper introduction to her.
Oh, sure, right.
Which does work for her character.
Yeah, I thought it was...
Fine.
Fine.
But it still smells enough of, like, he's going to be... fighting as a dark agent,
Yeah. I mean, I can't.
What did you think?
I didn't love it. I'm way overburdened with comic book knowledge, so I come at things like.
Oh, actually, that makes so much sense because they're grabbing vaccines in the second episode. The subplot was about a pandemic raging, ravaging.
Okay.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you can. But you can't. Like, it's kind of like...
It's weird watching things that... It's weird now... So we've watched a little bit of TV lately, and it's weird watching things that ignore the pandemic. That seems weird, but it's also weird watching things that are, like, true to life. Like, we're big fans of Chris Maloney.
Yeah.
So we started watching the new show. And it takes place, like, in real, now, New York. And so, like, they have masks on sometimes. And it's like, oh, it's weird. It's sort of like real life, but not quite.
I, too, had a problem with it. And that's why I made specifically Heartbeats not set in a pandemic. Because I wanted it to be an escape more than... But it's also odd.
Yeah.
Because, like, This Is Us, which I watch, and Grey's Anatomy... Do you need water?
I have. Thank you.
Grey's Anatomy are set in a pandemic, but there is a tier of TV that has a responsibility and a platform, strangely.
Sure. Yeah.
It still does end up feeling soapboxy. Mm-hmm. And they rip from the headlines anyway.
Yes.
Especially
it says that right at the beginning.
They say that. Mm-hmm. Right?
It says that right at the beginning.
Did I ever tell you my story with Christopher Maloney?
No.
Yeah. I was backstage. It was the same night with the Jennifer Tilly crazy... I was talking about it when we were doing Chucky. Who's the guy from 90210, the original one? Like the good-looking guy. Not the one that's dead.
Priestley. Jason Priestley,
yep.
Yeah.
Jason Priestley was there. Okay. And he was the one who was like, Jennifer Tilly is getting hounded by the Chucky people, someone's gonna save her. So I'm like,
Sure.
someone save her.
Yeah.
Lorraine Newman was there. It was just a bunch of cool people doing this a celebrity autobiography. They're reading other people's autobiographies.
Okay.
And Christopher Maloney is there, and he, as we know, is not only a fantastic dramatic actor, he's a fantastic comedian, and he had a lot of presence, as they all do.
Sure.
But, like, I even got to see Jason Priestley in this shirt. It was great. Hi, buddy.
How we get to download the game while you go on Venture?
So how do we download the games
To go on adventures.
to go on adventures?
Translation.
You have to have the Switch in order to do that. Can I show it to you when we're done?
We're trying to do it on our computer.
Okay.
Oh, I can help you.
We download it.
It's pretty good.
It.
He's getting the S's there.
Yes.
So-
Starting.
Yeah. Every time I hear him talking, I'm like, "Where's the S? Where's this supposed to be?" So, no, he's such a good guy. So, long story short,
Yes.
everyone's going in and out, and I have nothing to do past the time everyone's there.
Sure.
So after Christopher Maloney gets off and does his thing, I was like, "Hey, not bad." And he looked at me like, "Not bad," like, but
Wow.
it's funny.
Sure,
And,
yeah.
And so
That's
I
awesome.
got his attention the whole night for being funny. I do that with particularly men who like.
Yeah. That's great.
That was very funny. Actually, so they can call me Jessica, but kids, like Amanda's kids, I want them to call me Uncle Jesse. I don't know why. Actually,
It's
I do know
funny.
why. It's cute.
Yeah. It's good.
Because they also don't know. Anyway, Warhammer.
It's all good. Yes. How did we?
I don't know. This is why I'm
I don't
afraid
know.
of talking.
What? No, this is great.
Is it? It
yeah.
can't be.
No,
You
we
can't
we
feel
got
that
into
way.
Marvel things.
Oh. At the end of the day,
Yes.
the
Keep talking.
costume was a joke. And I get it. We're going to get a brand. Wakanda would never have designed his costume.
Oh, I.
Completely disagree? You think
I
it was a
disagree.
good costume?
Well, it's comic accurate. That's the thing.
Darrow, please. I know. Hold on. Don't make Wakanda make it.
Why not?
Wakanda would never release that from Wakanda. That is not Wakanda. Why don't you get rid of the web browser? Or do you have other things to show?
I don't know. Maybe.
You could always bring
Should
it
I?
back. No, it's too late now. Who is that? Is that U.S. agent?
Yeah, sort of. Yes.
What is it? Show me. Why did you bring it out? What is this?
Because yes, it's U.S. agent. Because the gimmick is that it's the black. Did you watch the whole show?
Well, he's in all black.
Yeah, the very end.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I just.
Why
I
does he
just
have a
remembered that
Falcon shield?
Because they made a silly toy.
Why did you bring it out?
Because it's the U.S. agent.
I was talking about Captain America.
I know, but it was just from the. Anyway, so you didn't like the costume. Well, look, this goes back to. I will say, it goes back to Wonder Woman. Why is Wonder Woman dressed in red, white, and blue with stars and stripes?
Because she comes to America with Steve.
But but it goes back further because her Amazon people made that costume so that she would
Blend in?
blend in, and I mean, there are various retcons for it over the years. They've had different explanations for it.
The only
but
one-
some of them are that like here these are the colors that they like. Go and be.
Wasn't that in the book that you read? Which, by the way, I wanted to look at.
It's not down here, but
Yeah,
remind me
eventually.
afterward.
I just want to see it because that artwork is banging.
So with that in mind, yeah, I can see the Wakandans being like, oh, they've got red, white, and blue. They've got stars. We'll do this.
I guess so. It's just bad. And I know we started off with a bad Captain America OG costume, right? Like just... Mm-hmm. And so
Yeah.
we will evolve
Yeah.
from here. It is not good. It really made me sad for Sam. And then even Bucky was like, looking good, Cap. Like, no, he's not!
I actually again,
Whatever.
overburdened by comic book knowledge. It's very comic accurate. I liked it,
Okay,
except
nerd.
the only thing I didn't like is this part.
Well, that's
the
the
weird
thing.
part that like pulls up his face, but then his ears out.
That's the part
that
I'm
looks
referring
weird.
to.
Okay, yeah,
That's odd.
that's bad. They'll fix it for the movie.
Oh, is there a movie?
They just announced it. There's going to be a Captain America 4, which I mean they haven't announced that specifically, but I mean Chris Evans is gone, so it's
Well, yeah. But we still think he might be on the moon.
no that was that's the joke to so they don't
Is he
tell.
dead?
he might not be dead, but he's old now.
I understand that.
Okay. He's not dead. He's just old. So he might as well be dead. Because old people might as well be dead. But there's your U.S. agent.
Cool. I do think, however, despite not liking the character and them being unsuccessful with regards to that, I do think that it was a good debut for Wyatt Russell, whatever his name is.
Yeah. I think he did a fine job.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He was not bad.
He was not bad.
And yeah, because his and I love what they did very smartly. They made him look like a dork in the first costume iteration, right? Like,
I don't know if that was on purpose.
It had to be, dude.
The face.
he was like, because then they started getting a
yeah.
helmet that actually looked okay.
Yeah, I guess
kind of.
that's true. Yeah, it did
I think it was
change.
purposeful.
Okay.
So here's why, and we'll digress. I'm gonna go back. Let's circle back. I was sent a very insightful video about Ashoka from Clone Wars. Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I never watched it, but it was good to learn it for reading. I would actually probably watch it, especially after watching this. Because this takes place during the actual part 1, 2, and 3, the writer knew that introducing a whole character that we've never seen in the films was going to come in at odds. So he made that character unlikable to begin with. Entitled, snotty, bratty, knows everything, gets people killed. This is on record. Is this what? Okay, so, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So, in order for us to then learn to love her as she grows, so that we then become endeared towards her.
Okay.
My thought is, similarly, we hate John Walker as Cap. And if we didn't go through that journey and just let Sam become Cap, which would have had a bunch of racial outlash as it did already to begin with, we can't help but want Sam because of how unlikable John is with the
Okay.
we watched the arc
Yeah.
that had many different purposes. Sam coming to terms with being it
Yeah.
and what kind of captain he would be, with the actual comic book accuracy dealing with Black Captain America and what that impact means. We learned to love him and accept him, and I think it worked. That I think worked.
Okay. That's
Oh,
fair.
we think Magneto? I actually think Daniel Bruhl's Zemo this time around is completely a joke. It was like
I was like, what are we
he's
doing
a
here?
joke character with the
Yeah.
fucking what coat?
Again, from the comics, but yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Some things you don't need.
The goofy mask that appeared for no reason and then vanished just as quickly.
I don't know how to. This is probably not right to say. I was gonna say castrated. I feel like the character was castrated. What would be a better way
Robbed
to say that?
of agency.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
no.
not agency, but
Of it was
emasculated.
No, not even that. That's why
Okay.
I'm trying to not say the wrong
Okay,
thing.
fair.
It was
Watered
a boiled down.
Yeah,
Watered down. Yeah, his danger went completely away.
Agreed.
Which you brought it up and helped me. Everyone was in gray area, which is awesome because that's cool, and we do want to. But he was a joke, stripped of menace. Yeah.
It's true. There is a Thanos copter. That is canon. Thanos has a helicopter.
All right. Anyway, let's.
Arsenal Royal, yeah. Well, so I just recently watched Endgame again.
Me too, actually.
'Cause I don't, why?
It's
Who knows?
enjoyable.
It's just something to have on. The end of Endgame with Sam getting the shield and the beginning of Falcon and Winter Soldier are completely inconsistent.
Really?
If you watch Endgame and then you pick up and watch this show, it's like, wait, what? Why? Because at the end he gets the shield and he's like, I don't know about this, but he's like, no, it's yours. It's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do it. And then pick up with this one. Here's the shield. I don't want this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
No justification for that. No storyline. Just no. I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah, it was kind of raw dogged us a little bit.
Agreed. It'll be interesting to see if they. I mean, I don't know why they would, but in the comics, there have been a bunch of different people who have been.
I'm gonna mute in the comics on Twitter.
You should. That would be smart. It would just be like muting white men. Just go away.
Great.
There have been a bunch of different people who have been Captain America. as we find out over the years. Because again, because Steve was gone for so long, so they had other people. Well, because remember, he fought in World War II, and then he was frozen.
Aha.
And then he came back
I see.
in modern times, which again shifts because of Marvel's thing.
Okay.
But there was a bunch of years when he was gone.
Right.
So the government had other people take the place of Captain America. Sometimes obvious, if it was an African-American person. Sometimes not so obvious if it was another white dude. So it'd be interesting if they could bring in some of those other characters. At some point, we could find out that there was this whole other lineage of Captain America that...
There's
secret.
So much to.
They could.
Listen. They've even built the playground for. I don't know whether we want to watch torture porn, but like what it was like for Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Sure.
we could have that whole storyline.
Yeah, because in the comics he was Captain America for a time, which is
Interesting.
cool. There's a HeroClix figure of him.
Ah.
Some cool stuff. Yeah.
There was something.
Well, there
I
you
was
go.
going to say. It's gone.
Yeah, Patty, that's true.
What did I say?
That you could argue about the end of Endgame that Sam just said that because old man Steve was like, please take the shield. You should be Captain America. Okay, old man, sure.
There was a lot to process going on in that moment,
that's right.
including his best friend not being his friend anymore. You know,
And his awful beard. Sam's super weird beard at the end of Endgame. I don't know why they made
was
that
it
choice.
super like cut? Is that?
It was like the bottom of the beard was like up here. It was like a thin strip that didn't even come close to his jawline.
Well, he's got a soft jawline to begin with, which is probably why the white.
But it was like, watch it again.
I know what you're saying.
It's freaky. I don't know.
Any surprises for me today? Am I like your 6-year-old?
No, I do want to show you some
let's go.
hobby stuff. Okay, all right.
No, I'm. Whatever you want.
Okay, all right. I mean, come on, hold on.
Do you guys want your disaster plan?
Thank you for the follow, Void Smoker.
Wait, what
Hello,
happened?
Void Smoker. We were followed by Void Smoker.
Hi,
Void Smoker,
Smoker.
fantastic artist.
Hi,
We've
Void.
known Void Smoker
I know
for a
Void
long
Smoker.
time. Yeah.
I'm just mad that it took them so long to get here.
I mean, well, maybe Void Smoker had followed me before and then was nuked by
Oh
the
my God.
by the follower.
Also, I'm
debacle
just
of
kind of
2021.
kidding. Sorry, I just would like to be snooty,
That's fine.
but not to your followers.
Okay. So you know how I've been working with pigments forever.
I do with mica and stuff.
Yes. So
Did you know that mica's in our toothpaste?
I did not know that, but that makes sense
I guess.
because it's like a natural thing that won't
don't know.
immediately kill you, so you can move. Put in things. Have you been watching the Invincible cartoon?
No, I do want to though.
Okay, we'll have a lot to talk
Eventually, maybe.
about. I don't know if you'll like it, but maybe.
I don't know. It hasn't piqued my interest yet.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
Oh.
We'll talk about it. So I did some new tests. So these, which ones are new? Oh, okay. So these two were the old tests.
Okay.
These were the new tests.
Okay. First of all, this is great,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Don't you think?
I do.
What's your problem? What's the exhale about?
That these neither color is right.
This is not right either.
Well, then
Is that right? Is that what you're saying? This
No,
is not right?
I like that color. I don't like these colors. This is too purple.
Oh yeah, it's magenta.
This
Or
one
whatever,
is too, I don't know, too light, too something. It's also really uneven.
It's got orange.
Yeah. Anyway, still working. Basically, this company's. So I got this, and it didn't. That's the orangey one. Didn't turn out right.
What if you mixed it with the?
Oh God, I don't know. I could try it.
Well, let's go.
Oh, I don't have all that
Oh,
stuff
that's
up.
fair.
I'm
That's
sorry.
fair.
But there's a Warhammer hobbyist who his name is Guy. He's in England, and he's Midwinter Minis is his YouTube channel.
Cute.
Very, very popular.
Cute.
Super popular.
Okay. I get it.
He did a video about this.
Oh, Daddy, no. Oh, Matt, no.
So this is a medium. You can mix it with things, and he did a whole video on how you can use this for so many different projects and in different ways, and it was really cool. But one of the things, so he's like, you can use it to make this for your terrain, you could use it for the blah 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 blah, you can use it to mix your pigments to make paint, and he showed a big bucket of pink, just like I'm trying to make using this. So it was, so I immediately went to Amazon. There were only like 5 left because I think everybody watched his video and went and bought it, but I got it.
Did you ask him what he used to make the pink?
Not specifically.
Why didn't you ask him if that's the right pink?
Well, no, just that he was doing that sort of thing. I mean, it looked exactly like these pinks, so we'll...
I didn't think of that as pills. I thought of it as J-I-Z-Z. So show me it.
Even better.
Yeah, no.
I haven't done it. I just got it in.
Let's look at it.
It just came in.
I want to see what it is because I like paints. Darrow.
I mean, it's just a whitish fluid.
Exactly.
Well, I don't even know if it has a seal on it. Nope, it looks like glue. And it has a very strange smell to it. Anyway, you have to water it down.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Well, it depends on what you're going to do with it.
I see.
But yeah, he had a bowl and he put in a bunch.
Was it the right pink? Is it a pink that you like?
It was very brief. It was because again, there are a billion different things you can do with this.
Was it the pink?
I don't know. I saw pink.
You got
I saw
excited.
him turning,
Can we go and watch his video and see what color it is? And then you're gonna ask him if it's the right pink. All right. Never mind. We'll do it later.
All right.
You got.
So we will definitely be playing with this. And
you can water it down with, but
because we've had some success with the Liquitex, we've had some success with the Master Medium, and just with water.
I haven't seen that one.
So yeah, that one came in with these. Just another way to water things down,
or actually make it paintable.
Yeah. Also, Squidmar did a video. Squidmar is another miniature painting.
Squidmar.
Yeah. About how one of the ways that he got really good at painting was getting rid of all of his washes entirely. Because
interesting.
While they can add detail to your model and add depth of shading, they do it universally rather than how light would actually hit the model. And that they change the colors, which of course they do. Yeah. Typically, if you want to do a model really well, whatever color you're doing on the outside, you'll do the color, then you'll do the shade, then you'll have to redo the color on the closest spots anyway, or some sort of detail. But yeah, I thought that was a really interesting point. His whole thing is like get to know your model and really figure out. Okay, if a light source is hitting it, right, where is the light going to hit on which parts? Which parts should be darker? Which parts should be lighter? Which parts are closer to the light source?
Well, and you can recreate it by putting a light bulb on it.
Yeah. If you get a little light, you can
get the idea of it. Yeah. But certainly anyone else would do that with like a life drawing of something, right?
Yeah.
I would agree. What I love about the washes is that for someone who just wants to raw dog it, get it in, and do it.
Yeah.
Smart. It's helpful. It all depends on what kind of hobbyist you are.
Yeah, and how many you're trying to get done. And
for what you're trying to do here, it seems like it's going to be your biggest undertaking of like design for something that's very special to you. I think also eventually you may want what you want probably eventually is for these to be shiny.
Not necessarily.
You like the matte.
Yeah. People will generally people generally do matte on their minis unless it's like a really specific kind of bright shiny armor.
Yeah, I guess what I was thinking is some of the pink could be shiny. Is there a world too where not the whole thing is pink, but like we get specific with like golds in here, you know?
Yeah.
So that way maybe it's putting less pressure on you to get an accurate pink.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think this is cool. I kind of like this. This is a sunflower.
That's like That's the only shoulder pad, literally in my entire collection. That's the only shoulder pad that looks like that.
Really?
So I don't have any other ones. I don't even know where that came from. This was like a model that I got third hand. It was in pieces, and I just sort of randomly stuck stuff together.
Funny.
I mean, it's fine. It'll go with everything.
Well, no,
else.
you have the orcas. Is
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah, but they're still gonna. But that can go on the side.
No,
It's still
no,
fine.
I understand.
Okay.
Minty, that's why I do it. I love pleasing people.
So this is a bit of a tease, but I will be using this in
Cool.
future projects just to see what I can do with it.
Very cool.
There was also a video same guy made about how to do terrain super quickly and easily.
Okay.
Oh, you have a line.
This side?
Yeah, there you go.
I had to put makeup on your face.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, and essentially, like you spray it with one color, you dry brush it with another color, you take a sponge, you sponge off a little bit, and then you make a dip that you dip the whole thing in. So it's sort of like a wash.
Okay.
But it's a dip, and again, like with stuff like this.
That's like a big waste of paint, though.
Well, you only use a little bit. It's a lot of like just.
Watering it
It's
down?
mostly it's. Yeah, it's a lot of
Still
water.
a lot
and
of that, though.
Yeah, but this was like $20-something for this, and compared to like Games Workshop's, this is 20 times less expensive or something like that.
Dumb.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna try to do that project with the kids to get all my
Cute.
terrain stuff done, which should be interesting.
Very cute.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I'm just thinking,
Maybe we'll make a YouTube video of it.
who has the time? No one has the time.
Well, but it also occupies the children for a while.
That, but the video
Well,
part is a little too much.
I need.
I'd
a
be
photographer.
famous if I only focus on one thing.
That's right.
Probably not. I think I'm too rash.
Have you met my knights?
AT-AT? No.
So I'm building a knight with the community.
Oh, is this something that was sourced, right? From the community?
Yes.
Okay.
So here
What's
are
his
the
name?
legs. We don't have the name yet.
Okay.
We're still. It's gonna be a while.
This is not a... There's so much that you work on that I didn't
No.
realize that this
no,
was new.
Oh no, that's fine. I didn't expect you to know what it was.
Very
So the
cool.
legs are pretty simple. Now there's going to be armor panels that go over the leg, but when you do have to paint the inner skeleton first before
Yes.
you put the armor panels on. Exactly. But the legs are set. Now, you ready for this?
Yes. You
So
really know
here
this.
is the skeleton of the torso,
Holy.
and it was super fun to build, and we've been doing it. So the head moves,
It articulates.
which was interesting to do it and not glue it down in place. It moves a little bit. And then there's going to be,
Oh, what a night.
there we go. So that's the basic interior of the head. And then there are different masks you can put on over the face to make it look gruesome and menacing.
It's very, no, but also Ninja Turtles, kinda. Not really, but reminds me of the thing in the guy's stomach.
Okay. Oh, Krang.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, not in a bad way.
It's fine. Yeah, I said it's fine. Because one of the things
Does
is
this also not glue?
there are different ways you can do it. I haven't decided. You can just glue it on in a pose, or you can do there are little tricks you can do to attach
Yeah.
it where it can still move.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I'm just gonna glue it. I don't think it matters that much whether it's this way or this
But then
way.
you could do stop motion.
I mean, I suppose that's true. So the issue with this is that when you play these in the game, when you play knights, there are a bunch of different versions you can play, a bunch of different weapons you can put on the arms, on the top of the head, etc., or on the top of the carapace, armor, blah 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 blah. So this is going to be a Chaos Knight
Okay.
to go with my Chaos Space Marines army. There's no Chaos Knight kit that has all the options. There's only a good guy, a loyalist kit that has all the options. So this is this is a loyalist model. So it doesn't come with all of like the gruesomer stuff or the spiky stuff or things. So I knew I was going to have to convert things anyway.
Okay.
So that was part of my plan. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have a mask on it yet, because this kit only came with like heroic looking masks generally. So I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do with that. But
And you could
working
3D print
on
one?
it. You can, yes. There's a lot of people who 3D print things for knights. So I might.
And you want to paint this stuff anyway before you put a mask in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And you can see, so you see the notch on the head. So that's like usually
Notch
where
in
they,
mine, yeah.
that's usually where they attach.
Oh,
So it'll attach right
do
there.
you have them handy so I can see
I
what
do,
you're
yeah.
talking about?
I do. Also, there were additional masks. So there are a few here.
Oh.
That one's not too bad.
It's like
but-
Punisher, actually.
Yeah, but I don't like that part of it's actually like has teeth on it. That's weird.
You could shave it off.
I could. There are a couple more on here. This kit has the most options of like anything ever.
I mean, it's this was expensive too. It might as well,
yeah.
right?
And then there's another one there.
Oh, well, it's that
Yeah, that one's not so bad.
without the
but
teeth. It's the same
I don't
one.
know. I'm still looking at options.
I understand.
But that one is not bad. It's just like a skull. That's pretty cool. So the idea is Chappie vibes by the face. Let's see. Kind of. Chappie has like the whole top of his face is a screen. Chappie is a movie by Neil Blomkamp, who did District 9.
Oh.
And it's very divisive, the movie.
Oh.
I happen to like it very much.
Okay.
I think it's really cool. It stars D. Antwoord, the band,
Yeah.
which is part of why the
Why you
movie's
like
so
it?
divisive.
Oh. Are they problematic?
They are, unfortunately.
I don't remember.
Partly for real reasons, partly for BS reasons.
Sure. Awesome.
So there. Yeah, so this is going to be a Chaos Knight. It's also going to be a Sonic Knight, because it's going to be paired with my Emperor's Children. So I'm doing... Go ahead.
That's too much.
No.
Okay, so it could be Chaos
that's
and Sonic?
Yeah.
How? Or in
Well, just
different
decoration.
iterations?
No, all in one.
Okay.
But that helps me because I don't have to make it quite so gross and decayed. Because again, part of the Emperor's Children thing is like perfection and being shiny and neat at times. So it doesn't have to necessarily be super gross. So this shield doesn't move. You can build it where it can move a little bit, but it's silly. It doesn't matter.
Pointless, sure.
This does move, and you can swap it out for a different gun.
Okay.
So it's got the little...
Yeah, that doesn't
It's got the stubber there, and you can switch it out for the Melta.
It looks... That gun looks puny.
Yeah, that's just a little gun.
They
The
do.
the arms are guns, so that's where the big ones are going to be.
I
Then-
see.
So then this is
Oh, shite.
the carapace, which I stuck that on there.
Okay. So
Do you like that?
that's the direction you're going with your design then.
Partly, yes.
I think it's cool.
So we've got...
That's exactly right. That should go there.
There we go. So that's on there. And then... So then weapons go on here. Watch this.
Oh! You did it!
Magnet! What?
Wait. Is this a magnet?
That is not. That I just stuck on there because I thought it looked cool.
It is cool.
Okay.
Because
So-
it's almost like it's crosshairs.
Yeah, it's something.
No, it's cool. It's tight. It's cool.
Okay.
You do like playing with the magnet stuff, though.
I do.
Huh? And you
Magnets
could do that with this, right?
You
Some-
could, yes. But again, I don't...
stepped on it right now.
Then all the people who donated
Would
are
love
part of...
it.
Well, yeah, probably. Okay, so there was this option
Okay.
for the weapons. And then there's a missile launcher that... Oop, upside down.
They-
Generally looks like that. But, so here was my idea. I raided... Well, I worked with Benjamin.
Bruh.
So we went through Benjamin's...
His
Stuff outside.
engineering bench.
And so one of the ideas was, instead of having missiles in that pod, I was going to do this.
We can stick it in there.
Just take it off the top.
Just do it.
Just pull that off the top. Well, it won't all stay. But essentially, it's going to look like...
The point being what? So that it's like lasers?
Well, no. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... I did it the wrong way. Hold on. I'm going to get tiny mesh
Okay.
to put over the circles.
Okay.
So they'll look like speakers.
Because they're Sonic.
So it's going to look like a little boombox.
Wait,
kind of
who
thing.
are the characters that you play that play music?
The Noise Marines, part of the Emperor's Children, yeah.
I see. So these
So you
guy
can
would
theme-
work with them?
Mhm.
Okay.
And again, it's just decoration.
That's
So it'll
cute.
still... So technically...
It'll still work like a missile launcher.
Exactly. So it would look like that, basically.
That's
I'll get it
tight.
lined up.
Show
So what do you
it to
think?
them.
Do you think that's good?
I think it's great.
So it'll look like that with... And then, of course, it won't have those colors. It'll be repainted, and I'll put little mesh over the circles to
It'd
look
be
like speakers.
tight if you did it like the browns and golds from, like they found it from old Earth from the 70s.
Yeah. Oh, like... Well, eventually we'll talk about the color scheme for the whole thing. Yeah.
But
which
but
will be...
you could still do that with just speakers.
Yeah, that's true.
Make it look like there's a gramophone in there somewhere.
like that.
That's so
boom,
cool.
boom,
That is cool. I like that. That's very clever.
Yeah, I thought that would be pretty good. So that's the next step. And then, okay, now, hold on. There's more. You ready for this? So usually this little shield here, the tilting shield, because they're knights, like jousting knights. So it's the whole thing.
Oh.
So usually on this little shield right here, you'll do like a decal or you'll paint it to be like the crest of the knight house, whatever, silly garbage. But what I was thinking was, what if I stick that on there? No, you don't like it?
No, I'm trying to think. I do like it. I'm trying to think what else to add to it.
Well, again, all of these things will be painted one day.
Well, I like that it's a round shield. I think that's tight. I think that's dope.
And it does have, if you look at it, it does have texture to it, so it'll still have like...
The reason why I was looking at it
Okay.
specifically is this too.
Don't squish it.
I didn't mean to. It was an accident.
It's alright. It's weird. Did you deform it?
A little bit.
God damn.
Hold on.
It'll go back.
Then let
It's
it.
gotta-
I didn't realize.
Yes.
You could make it a
There we go.
speaker also.
Well, this could work as a speaker.
Yeah.
Depending on how I...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
okay.
it could be that as well. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I've got that.
Did I do that?
Now, here comes the really crazy part.
This better be crazy.
So its arms...
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
No, go ahead before I move on to the next part.
Well, this is the exact size as that.
Oh, well, they need an arm.
I know it does.
Okay. So the arms are weapons. Some of them are... right? Sometimes the arm is a giant chainsaw. Sometimes the arm... There's one arm that's actually a hand, like a power fist. And there are also a bunch of different kinds of guns. Here you can see.
Surprise! This is the surprise.
So essentially, like, you can do all these different versions. So you can do a hand with a gun.
You can
two
do Ash
guns,
vs. Evil
you can
Dead.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's kinda cool.
Sword, all this other stuff.
I mean, if it were me, I'd go that direction. Personally.
Okay.
I think I like that the
You
best.
like that?
Personally.
So here, there are lots of different versions of knights with different weapon loadouts that you can do. These on this sheet are technically the good guy Imperial knights, but the Chaos Knights have almost all of these options as well, and even some more than what the good guys have.
Huh.
Technically, the best, according to the meta, the best loadout is on a Chaos Knight is 2 of these,
Okay, makes sense.
which you can't actually do on a good guy knight. You can only do on a Chaos Knight.
Oh.
That's a weird thing in the
Loophole
rules. Yeah.
thingy.
And it could change in the future. Who knows? So one of the things is you have to magnetize all the arm parts because you never know how the meta is going to change, what you're going to do with it.
Oh, you cannot.
You don't want to glue all the things down. But the parts are made where they have little indentations for magnets already.
Nice. So you don't have to go to too much trouble.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
order to do
Games
that.
Workshop was nice in that respect.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so a couple
So
things.
I'm excited how excited you are.
Yeah, so first of all, there's a lady out there who's a big fan of the Emperor's Children who has made 3D models for sonic weapons that are reminiscent of sonic weapons that are actually on little models. And she's made them in the scale for actual Marines to hold. So, like, everywhere from this size to the size that a Warlord
Find it.
Titan should hold.
Find it.
So they're, like, this big.
Okay.
And everything in between.
That's very cool. So you could essentially easily
Yeah, so I'm going to get those arms,
for this as well.
which will be options.
Right.
And again, technically in the game, can this have sonic arm blasters? No. But it'll be this gun, but it'll look like
You
like
can do that.
As long as you're not playing in an official tournament
Okay.
and you're not playing against assholes, yes. Essentially. Now here's the question though. Because it's Warhammer, it has massive shoulder pads, right? Everything does. So it's going to have these big old honking shoulders.
Okay.
So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of the top of the carapace and the monster shoulder pads. Now I was going through Benjamin's stuff,
Okay.
and we pulled out a bunch of little bits and
My
things.
goodness.
Now, I had a brief, completely mad thought. I have actual speakers. Now, they're a little big, but I could mount them on top like that.
Oh my god, that's so tight. That's
I mean, it
so
would be-
tight. It's like Sonic Warfare at its
Yeah.
best.
It would be, it would be ridiculous, but it could work.
It actually would look awesome.
Yeah.
It would look awesome.
Here, let's see if I can hold it up in a way that people can see. I'm going to need your help. Here, can you hold... Can anybody see what we're doing here? So they would be mounted on... Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, it's hard to... Maybe we'll set this up and take a picture. But anyway, it would
that
be
makes
something like that. I don't know. I was thinking it would be crazy. I would need to build supports. Yeah, the big piece is loose. I would need to build supports and then probably magnetize them because these have a heavy-duty magnet inside already.
Oh.
So that helps. So then it would just go thunk.
Yeah.
And also it would be good for transport because I could just pull them off.
I mean,
Well, I mean, yes, it would have big circles on the side.
I think actually here's what you do. Hahaha, this is really funny. That fits perfectly. You put the arms coming out of here. You make a whole magnetic thing and you put the arms coming out.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Well, I'm just, but then what are these? If they're
They're speakers. Who cares?
with an arm sticking out?
Yes, because that's where the sonic machine is. It's
Yeah.
produced. I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
Kinda cool.
I could.
I'm trying to think of how else you could use it.
Sure. Yeah. And,
And-
again, it doesn't. I don't necessarily have to use these big giant pieces.
No, this is fantastic.
but-
Oh my god. You could have it just like that. Why not?
Yeah, I don't have any idea what the base for this is going to look like yet.
You could also.
Cut the feet off and use. Oh, I also want to use this somewhere.
Yeah, this one's cool. It's
Very
actually,
cool.
I've been looking at this on and off since we've been here. Although you should probably sell the copper, right? Like,
I mean, it's so little. I don't.
is
think
it right now?
I don't think that would.
Some stuff is expensive right now. People going crazy for like the catalytic converter
Yeah.
metal.
So that I could either just attach to the back. So I've got one of
Have a
these
nice
things.
bee hole.
Sure. Yeah, put it right there on the bottom. Or I could put it on. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so there's more things I want to do to play with this and
So here's
alter it.
just for funsies. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Like,
And I have tried to look for.
you
For-
need wires.
Yeah, and that's also a possibility. Once I do any of this stuff,
You'll
you can
figure out
make
the wires. Yeah. That's what I'm excited for. Is
Yeah,
like
there are ways to do wires with green stuff.
and knobs and stuff, like little baby knobs.
Yeah, same thing with green stuff. If you make them into worms and then you just cut them,
Oh,
then you can use those as like over. They can be like oversized rivets, but you can also do them as things like that.
that's cool.
A teenager's bedroom. That is cool.
Oh no, I was talking about what you were saying. That's cool.
Well, that is also cool.
I'm just looking at concepts.
And I've tried to find on the 3D printer sites if anybody has this scale speakers like that, but I'm having a hard time finding that.
Interesting.
So if anybody out there knows of 28 to 30 millimeter scale speakers, like stacked speakers or
Yeah,
things
but
like that.
you
I mean,
can make
yes,
that.
people have said I can sculpt my own. I'm not a good sculptor.
Yeah, but it's just a little balsa wood box.
Okay. I mean, yes, I suppose any sort of rectangular or square frame, and then you could just put.
You'll never use this, and you put. I mean, you'll use it.
Okay.
You'll have other
Okay.
ones like this.
Sure.
That's where a
Yes.
speaker goes.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
I guess that's all I mean. It's not
Yeah,
impossible.
anything with a hole that I can cover up with mesh. Well, I mean,
Like, you got it.
yeah.
That being said, sounds like a job for Jessica. I would be interested in doing something like this.
Okay.
My brain is just going off.
Yeah.
But I love how you add things, and it is good. It is your aesthetic is right in line.
Okay.
I love this shit. This is so cool.
Yeah, we went through and
He's a psycho.
Benjamin has a bunch of electronics that he's taken apart. So we were just
He's
popping
gonna-
and cutting things off left and right.
It's like half electronic boy.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only other thing I was thinking is cutting it and letting it be the shield instead. But then you lose the speaker aspect of it, and it's sort of
Yeah, which again is I don't necessarily they don't necessarily have to be speakers.
Well,
but
here's another thought. One last thought. Actually, put it back here. Find a way to like make it so it's like on the side or something.
oh, okay, interesting.
So that because I like the idea of the Sonic Warfare
Mm-hmm.
idea and like just playing. If I was blue, I'd die. Like,
Yeah.
but you can find different ways that wherein they would have the speakers.
What if I make a giant column of speakers
I mean,
going up the
you know
top?
who would do that?
That
The
would
orcs.
be yeah, no, that's true.
If it is built, it will spill. I don't know. They would definitely do that, though. I think don't lose this concept. It's really a clever one.
I'll keep thinking about
Because
it.
you also this is like too clean. You know, that's the
Right,
only stuff
that's
that bothers me
something-
about
yeah.
these guys. Their
Yeah.
shit's a little
Well, again,
too clean.
here, let me show you what the actual Chaos Knights look like.
And then we're gonna lift you up.
And again, it was a choice. Going with this kit because I knew that I knew I would have to do more customization.
Well, yeah, but look at how much fun you're already having.
But yeah, right. And again, because I want to go the Sonic route, I'm not going the typical. Let me share this so that everybody can see.
You are a blue house, and you are so blue.
Why did I shouldn't have deleted it. I should have just turned it off.
Why wouldn't you? Could you do Control Z?
What's that?
Control Z.
We'll call it. Everything these days is about booba.
What's booba? What is booba?
What do you think it is?
I would like to have an explanation.
It's boobs.
But
It's
why
just-
is it booba?
Well, because that's the silly name for it.
Booby is a silly name for it.
This is the new world.
Oh god. I have a blue house and
There we
you're
go.
so blue.
So these are the parts that you get with the actual Chaos Knight kits. They're very. It's too much, honestly.
That's pretty dope.
The
though.
legs are really cool. They have cooler legs because they have the additional reverse articulated, so they go back instead of normal. That's
yeah,
cool.
that is tight.
Yeah, but otherwise, like it's covered in spikes and chains and hooks, and it's
It was
cool.
smart to use this as inspo, but not be beholden to having to do these things.
And again, like if you're gonna make if you're gonna play a knight alongside your world eaters that are all about rage and murder, like this is perfect for that. Not so much my concept. And again, like the horns coming out of it, it's fine. It's just that's not what I'm going for.
Yeah, you would actually now with your concept, you'd rather add wires for electronics instead. You know.
Yeah.
Can you show me what a Sonic army looks like traditionally?
Well, there isn't one. There's only, so the only actual Sonic things there are, let's see.
I am a blue house.
So this is the only specific Noise Marine model they sell. There's only one specific one. So I bought a few of these.
Hello.
Darrow painted one of these up for me. It looks amazing. I've used it as my Chaos Lord several times because it's so dang
This
cool.
is so cool.
This is based on a very old model.
Uh-huh.
They just increased the size and the quality of it. So there was one of these a long time ago.
Then where did you get all the ones you have?
So they're old. They're very, very old. So now what you can do is you can buy these upgrade kits to upgrade your Chaos Space Marine models. These are ancient pieces. They don't look very good. The sculpts are way too old.
They're just trying to get
They're
rid
sad.
of old product.
Yeah. Now there were older ones that are no longer in production, but have cooler stuff that actually looks like guitars, stuff that actually looks like speakers on their backpack. So I have a ton of those old models.
Yeah, look at that, the speakers.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of that.
I mean, it's cool because you could see how you could integrate it.
Yeah, and then there's one other pack that has the bigger gun because one of them can have a longer one, and then like there's some weird heads with.
God,
like,
this is
that's,
so
you know.
weird. Can you show me the ladies?
Yes.
And,
I can.
Here's his search history.
I don't use this browser.
Oh, well, that's smart.
We're not doing it on the one that you do use.
I know. I understand.
For reasons.
Sonic troops collect golden rings for their hedgehog.
Let's see. How do I find this? Let's see. Will this
What's
work?
Thingiverse?
Thingiverse is a website where you can get STLs to print out. Shoot, this is not what I was looking for. But this is cool. A different person made this one. So this is so there was a thing called a Sonic Dreadnought, and this is where you can print out your own. So it has, these are Sonic guns on the one side, and then
I see. Cool. Yeah.
flails
Those
on the
arms,
side.
though.
What did she call it?
Knight. Look up
Yeah,
Warhammer
but
Knight
there's-
arm. You will.
Did I search Warhammer before? What did I search on the previous one?
I think anything
Did I search
Sonic would
40K
have
or
showed
did I
up
search
though.
Warhammer? Yeah, but you have to be careful naming things. Oh, here they are. Because periodically Games Workshop will go through these sites and then send out cease and desist orders.
Yeah, what I'm saying, if they
So-
had done Sonic, if you just type Sonic, anything Sonic.
Okay, so
should
here we
have
go.
come up.
So these are some of her designs. So these are Sonic looking weapons for different
I
models
see.
to replace them. Not exactly what we're talking about here.
Oh, tight.
So this is one for a tank. Hold on, let me get to the main series of them. So they're these. So this is, oh God, what is this ad in the way? So this one is for a little knight. This one is for, okay, so this is one that I would get for this knight. So it replaces the weapon arm, and it's a heavy Sonic cannon. And this will attach right to the arm mount, so
cool.
that would be the gun.
How does that get out of here, though?
So there's a part that I haven't built yet, but there's an arm connector.
Oh, so it will
too.
propel it out.
Yeah, it'll be just like this, the
Pushed
top
out.
of the arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
That was my confusion for a second.
So while it has those weapon arms there, then it'll go there. Oh, Spaztec. Yeah. So yeah, and there are some companies that also make. Here, let me give. If anybody's interested in this, I forget her real name. That doesn't matter. But this lady does really cool designs, and they're all free to download.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
What's the point?
To share with the community.
Why?
Because she's awesome.
Why didn't she try to make some money?
I don't know. And then she's even made entire models you can print out and make. I think it's just cool. And then like tank versions. And again, she has these all the way down, scaled all the way down to
That
ones
is
that'll
so
fit
cool.
on your actual Marines.
Oh,
and right here with the backpack,
backpack.
that has the
that's cool.
the gramophone.
I think that you could also think in that way too, right? Like, boop, 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 boop.
A gramophonic generator.
Oh,
And
that's
again,
what you
that
need. That
fits on this.
so cool. You need that. That's what you need. Then I will get it.
Okay.
I will understand
Okay.
once you have that.
But okay, I just
You
have to
put
figure
it
out how to
here.
do that. On the legs?
Put one here. Why not?
Sure.
Get a wire.
Like a little teeny one, or
Yeah, just right there. Just like it's
Okay.
shield here.
Sure. Yeah, I can do
Make
that.
it like a slap together, slap job.
We'll have our printer up and running at some point, and then I can print that.
Eventually.
We actually have done work on preparing for that.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay.
Is that okay?
It is. I promise you it is. Yeah, so essentially we've got lots of options, lots of stuff to play with as far as both like literally taking trash and putting it on models and figuring out cool ways of doing things, and then getting in with the 3D printing community, which, yes, as Demon of Light says, there are a lot of people out there who work on 3D models just to make cool stuff and share it with everybody. On Thingiverse, well, more so on Cults 3D is another really good website, and there's more things that are for sale rather than just free. But even the stuff that for sale it's just a couple bucks. It's really just, to give them back for their time. Do I have another demonic speaker? Well, I have a variety of things. Oh, like the one on the front here. I think I have at least one more of these. Yeah, I definitely need more of those, because that's, like I've said before, that's the coolest bit in all of Warhammer. Is that one right there? I need more of those. Ooh, a 1920s garden party, Noise Marines. That'd be cool. Yeah, and then obviously, like, there are different ways of, doing things with sort of modern looking speakers or older stuff. The gramophone thing kind of gives it a different look that could be really cool. Oh, Undead Saints fan. Yeah, we have an Elegoo Mars. We just have not had the time to set it up and start playing with it yet. Can't wait. Cannot wait. There are lots of jokes online about dubstep and Noise Marines for sure. Jazz Marines you could go with. I showed. Ooh, where did I put it? And I'm not the first person to think of these kinds of ideas for their miniatures and to involve sound and that kind of stuff in their models. Where is that picture? Not there. If you remember, I actually have a... No, that doesn't like that. Shoot. No, it's not going to give me the... Not going to give me the picture I'm looking for, apparently. On my... Oh, there it is.
I did a dumb.
Uh-oh.
It's not big dumb. It's just a little dumb.
Little dumb?
Yeah. I did a pimple dumb. That's fine.
So there's this cool bit of artwork. So that's not a knight. That's a titan. That's like the really gigantic ones. And again, somebody just did a cool... Yeah, right, and the Sampa, yeah. But they just made it like it's a rock battle.
That is so cool.
It's neat. It's like,
Ooh,
that would
I
be
kind of
cool.
want you to have a guitar swung in the back of this now too.
It's
just
not
saying,
impossible.
You could do all
It's
sorts
not
of stuff.
impossible. I have a toy guitar that's technically... I have a Demon Prince model that's holding a guitar.
That's cool.
An unfinished Demon
Like
Prince model.
Prince? Oh no.
No, like an actual... Yeah.
I didn't do a dump. I did a dumb. Oh God! Be careful what you say on the internet.
Always.
There was a little weird blackhead, and I'm filming on Friday, and I'm just gonna fuck my face before then. It's just so dumb.
Well, don't do that.
I just can't help myself.
Oh. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Whatever. I don't really actually.
Ooh, mariachi. That'd be cool. Do you see that?
I get it. Is that the new thing?
The transition? No, the transition.
I see it, but there's like there was an OBS update.
Oh, I don't know. Is there?
Yeah, there's some shit
No,
happening.
right. I don't know. I just turn it on and then...
And then
it
pray
takes
that
time
nothing
and then-
forgot.
Yeah, exactly. As always. Yeah, I mean, you could do your Noise Marines and your Sonic stuff in sort of any style you wanted, as long as you liked it. I'm definitely looking at mine to be a little bit more on the heavy metal side, but not specifically. There are models that came in the Blackstone Fortress set that have like tendrils and things coming out of them, and to me they look like they live in a world of heavy metal with like costumes like Slipknot wears and things like that. So I was thinking that it would be a huge conversion, but I could potentially convert those to be some sort of
What's your color
Sonic
scheme
something.
idea, though?
Good question. Now, 40K Emperor's Children.
Folks, Marines of Mighty. That's really funny.
Sorry.
Say that again.
40K Emperor's Children are a very washed out light pink and black, typically, but you can swap in and out any color scheme. Like literally, the Noise Marines are they at times they've been like all sorts of wild different colors, so you can kind of go in any direction. Now again, this knight is not technically Emperor's Children, because knights are separate from knights will work with Space Marines, but they don't belong to the Space Marines. So I can color this anything I want.
Is this also the thing where like there's a human body in there?
Yes.
It tortured, right? It only feels better when it's killing. Is that right?
It depends.
Okay.
There are different versions of the knights for the chaos.
Okay.
Sometimes, like if you open the hatch, you would see. Okay, so some of them, the knight or the titan especially has gone so far that it has absorbed the body of the pilot into the machinery, and then the body actually breaks apart and splits open, and then new pilots can get in and sit inside the body of the previous one.
Why would they
So
do
it can
that?
be that gruesome, or it can be you just plug yourself in and pilot the thing and then get out. It just depends.
Why?
But yes, and we're going to talk about that later on when we get toward the end of the build process. But we'll talk about colors for what the knight is.
Right, Melpomino? Horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I mean it's chaos. So it's
I've
all
worn
sorts of
this
gross.
shirt 4 out of 5 times this week,
Okay.
but it's been washed in between.
Okay. You're allowed to.
I don't care.
What is it? Front, back, inside out.
Upside down.
There's a way to reuse. I mean, it's underwear. I mean, well, let's be honest.
I know what you're talking about. You're allowed to wear, I think, your jeans like 10 times before you wash them, something like
Okay.
that. Shirts
Then
3 times.
Okay.
Your underwear once. That's
Debatable.
yeah. Have you don't have swamp ass?
Hey, look.
Also, Scott has a bad nose, but his wife doesn't. So I always worry about whether I smell like my cat. Oh my God. I was woken up last night. I went to bed at 8:30. I was just like, you know what?
How did
I'm
you
bored.
do that?
I was bored and tired, and I didn't want to play video games.
Well, as long as you were tired.
I was tired enough.
I think that's a sign of something that's bad though. If you're just bored, so you just go to sleep. If you're bored, I think that's
Really? What's
maybe.
I've never. What?
I don't
Elaborate.
know. That's I know. I think that's like on the scale toward
Of depression?
depression. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead. You were tired. So
Here's
that's
why. I'll add this little part to it. I had been super productive this week, and
Awesome.
so I was playing video games. I didn't want to continue playing video games.
fine. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't the best choice, but I got it. I've been not anyway.
Okay, but you were woken up.
At 1 a.m, which already felt like I'd slept a full night.
Sure.
By a skunk, and it had happened right out my window, and
yeah.
and my air conditioning filters from outside.
Yeah.
And I got into my car, and I could smell like the
yeah.
discharge on my fingers. Anyway.
Oh, so there's also a hood that goes over the head, which is optional. You could leave it out if you wanted to. But then also remember there's going to be a mask over, so it's complicated.
I see. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's just a separate piece. It goes on. It just fits right over.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't need to. You don't see. Oh wait,
I
and
mean,
then you have
can
a
kinda
mask.
see. Yeah, so it just depends on how you want to do it.
What kind of mask do you want?
That is a good question. How can I find the masks? So Games Workshop made masks previously. Imperial. No, I want to do 40K Chaos knight masks. So they made a set of these that were exclusive, and you had to go and shoot. Where are they? Technically, they're not available anymore. But if you go to certain parts of the internet,
I love that
you-
Predator
sorry.
kind of.
yeah, certain parts of the internet you can find them. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Shoot, where are they? Forge World. Ah, here we go. Oh, right. Sorry. They were just regular knight heads. They weren't technically chaos, but as you'll see here in just a second, they are definitely chaos worthy.
But if
So
you're
that
saying
one's
they're
cool.
pink and black, why it's everything I'm seeing blue?
Oh, because we're looking. So when we go online right now, we're just looking at general
But
night
everyone
things.
does blue. Oh, because that's the general color for knights? I see.
It's a general color for everything. So this one's kind of cool. This is better.
Oh, that is
So
cool.
I kind of like that one.
Dude, you can make them it's the faces, the buttons.
You could do that, yeah. I also kind of like that one. I think those are my two favorite.
kinda funny.
so far.
But how do they see?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's
That's a butthole if I ever
sensors.
saw
It's
one. No, that's
one
cool.
option. Yeah,
Yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea of making it like buttons.
and of course, like the way they painted that eye. That's so cool. I
God.
don't.
It looks like it's glass.
And so they've made some fairly unique ones. I don't like that one as much, but
Yeah, it's
yeah.
fun.
And if you know, like I said, if you know where to look, you can find these
Some
things.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about maybe just
Splurging.
buying these two and getting them, and then seeing what I like when I have them in hand.
Okay.
Of course, you can always customize them further, mix and match stuff. I don't know if I would keep all these. Like that seems weird with these probes sticking out.
It really does. I'm glad you said
it's
it.
too much.
Yeah, I think you do wires instead. That's why it's making me think it works.
Ooh, if
but
I get like a plug
plug
to put on
totally.
there, yeah, that could work. So there are lots and lots of options when it comes to building your things.
Arsenal Roy was thinking exactly what I was saying. So thinking
That
when I
right.
didn't say.
Yeah. I don't. I could take this much further, but I don't know if I want to.
Well, you have this particular set of beliefs that.
Exactly.
Hi,
That's
Emily.
what I was thinking. Hey, Emily. I don't know if you came at the exact right
I think
time
she came
or,
at the exact
or
right
the
time.
exact wrong time.
Where everything degrades.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously there's a lot of work. Yeah, it's
No, it's
very
cool. Little
witty.
button.
There's a lot of work left to do in this project, and I don't know exactly where it all going to go, but I'm excited. It's been fun so far. And this is just the first night. 'Cause
Hi,
you can't,
Sandwich Punch.
you
Oh, wait,
cannot,
no, wait.
you
Sorry,
cannot just
it's in
have
here.
one night. You need an entire house of
Why?
knights. Because that's cool.
Oh, okay,
And
so
they have
then
different
this
versions.
changes things.
Okay. How so?
Each night serves a different function then,
Potentially.
sonically.
Oh, like a band? Like when you
Yes.
get them all together, they
One's a
now
speaker boy.
that's interesting. If you're setting out that you know you're gonna have multiple nights and make it a full band.
I think that way you don't have to jam a bunch of crap
Oh,
on
that-
one thing.
That changes things.
He's speaker boy, right?
And then you have
We have-
somebody else
you-
who's yeah,
Yeah. Drum boy.
right.
Then you have guitar boy, bass
And
boy,
bass, yeah.
P boy, piano. I mean,
that
and then one
there's
guy's the
definitely-
receiver, right?
Sure.
Like, then you wire them all. Pedals, they have pedals and everything. It could be so much fun.
Yep.
I think this needs to be Your
Oh man, this
army's
is...
on parade.
There are mini knights, and those could be like
The pedals and
tambourines.
stuff. Oh, it's so
like
dumb.
you could do other
Triangles.
right? Yep.
It's so dumb.
Oh man.
It's really enjoyable, actually. You could already. I bet you could look at thingies,
Oh crap.
Thingiverse, and find like mini stuff already.
Maybe.
I thought this was only going to be this guy. This changes
Well, I mean,
everything.
we're starting with that. Oh, that's
Changes it.
really really
Finger
interesting.
symbols night.
So potentially. Oh man. The options. So then potentially with this one, if you had a weapon arm mount, why not just put these
As the weapon.
as the arms?
Yeah, that's right. I think that's right.
So they would be. So it would be weapon arms ending in.
And get rid of the shield. You don't even need
Well, I
it.
don't
'cause
know.
you
Have a lot of just have them everywhere.
Well, yeah, but you probably won't even see it. I guess is my point. So if you
Well,
have
I mean, they'd be
the arms
out.
out to here, I think that's right.
I'm gonna have
'Cause
to-
if you have it here, they're right. It looks like Mickey Mouse. But if it's,
I don't know.
it
Maybe.
looks like Mickey Mouse.
Maybe.
It doesn't not look like Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Just like that does not look like a scrote.
There's a role playing game book. I'm gonna have to dig out and look at the pictures. You're attached.
I know.
To the chair. The chair has caught you. You cannot leave. So Robotech, which I talk about every day, all the time, because it's my favorite thing in the world. Robotech, they did a.
Transformers.
There's only one transformer in there with the Robotechs.
They're the same thing.
Robotechs, no. Toy Galaxy, the YouTube channel where they do. It's a really good YouTube channel. They do.
Nerdy Dog.
Yeah, what? Robotech? They just did a new Robotech video about the new licensing deal, which is pretty funny. It's good stuff. It's no more information than what I talked about on stream a couple weeks ago.
Scott Rubin. Transformers. Scott.
Anyway, there's a part of Robotech in which there are people, like, it's post-apocalyptic, Earth is crap, all this kind of stuff. But they made a role-playing game book.
Arrogance. That's funny.
Yeah.
Callback.
Yes.
Carry on.
They made a role-playing game book that took place during that time, and there were.
It's like the summoning.
Yeah.
Scott.
There were people. There was essentially like a freedom fighter team called Lancers Rockers. Lancer is a character, transvestite, possibly transgender
Are we allowed
character.
to say transvestite?
Well, in this case, he was.
Okay.
Genuinely, he was a man, a cis man who had an alter ego.
I
That was
think it's an antiquated term, isn't it?
It's not necessarily.
Okay.
It is if you're referring to a trans person.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna do. Sorry.
it's complicated because the anime was made in the 80s, and the character, like, he's not.
He wears women's
He's not
clothing.
yes, he wears women's clothing, but he doesn't
He doesn't
identify.
want to be. He doesn't identify as a woman
Right, exactly.
at the time.
Right.
Like Eddie is.
Right. If they redid it, who knows?
Right.
It's complicated. Anyway, but anyway, in that. Right, exactly. It's cross-dressing. It's again, I don't know if transvestite is.
Oh, I was looking at some
anyway,
awesome pictures of some cis hetero men wearing
No,
heels.
sure,
It's
yeah.
amazing. I
And
didn't know
dresses.
this. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know
Yeah.
this was the thing, and I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
into it.
Anyway, so they had this story where he led a band of freedom fighters that all have sonic weapons. But it's futuristic sonic weapons. So the drummer has this backpack, and when he activates it, these drum panels float around him that then he can
stop.
drum in midair. And then there are like
Vibrations and stuff.
yeah, and then all sorts of cool stuff. So I can look at that for potential inspiration as well.
I think that's exciting.
especially if I'm doing a whole band.
Why, mommy?
I don't know. Are you wearing your pajamas all day?
Can I help?
Yeah.
Do you need help?
No, what's going on?
Where's mommy?
Now you've
I know.
you've,
I
cha-
just
you've
I
changed
broke the
everything.
story. I broke it.
Mm,
It takes the pressure off this guy, though.
sort of. Pajamas forever. I mean, that's most days in our house. Every day is pajama day here. But that means I need to get the other ones
Oh, that's
like
ready.
more quickly so I can put them all together and make
Well,
the
you can
bands.
still design. You could have like a
That's
doc,
true, right,
doc
and figure
design,
out-
right? And what's cool is the more you look through other stuff, you'll find,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's true. Now, also, I have the other reason why I was excited about getting this kit that has so many extra parts, although it doesn't really have extra armor and like the main core pieces, is because I have other models and other toys that I'm thinking about potentially converting into knights if they look similar enough. So that was another part of this, like a future part of this project.
Yeah.
That way I wouldn't have to exactly buy so many of these.
I love that. Like, if I, in a real world, if I ever got full throttle into Warhammer,
Yeah.
I would get My Little Ponies and make them an army. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's how I would go about it.
Have you ever seen that?
I haven't seen My Little Pony, but I've seen it. Like, I know you told me that other people take other toys.
There's pooping happening right now. So there is a famous. Let's bring it up because it's awesome. Ooh, Ghostbusters is Warhammer.
Ooh, that's a cool
I don't know that I've seen that. There are definitely things that would work. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this.
Oh my
story...
god, you could just have a million of the green monster, goo monster. It'd be orcs. I don't remember his name.
Slimer.
Yeah.
So there was an auction. Somebody built this massive My Little Pony themed
Oh my
Warhammer
god, those
army
poor animals.
for $2,000, and it was bought by the then, I don't know what he does now, but the co-CEO and founder of a video game company. Like he was into Warhammer and My Little Pony, and he bought this. I guess he spent $1,800 on it, but and there he is. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know if we don't like him anymore. Yeah, I know nothing about him. Do they have pictures? No, of course they don't.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I find it hard to believe that a person that doesn't have superpowers could throw the shield like John Walker did. You're telling me with that velocity?
John Walker.
Yeah.
Well, but he...
Then he did.
Okay, all right. Well,
At the top.
Right.
He was kicking some butt.
Yeah, I mean they did make mention that he was like peak physical condition.
Right, and I loved seeing Sam.
But then we saw Sam
work out and practice. But also, I still think it's a little too hard. But he's also flying, and he's got like acrobatics, which I thought was very cute.
I agree.
Let's look at close-ups.
Did it have? This one doesn't. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a link to the original story. I need a link to the original story. Well, what's worse is that is this gonna work? I don't know if these links still work. No, this isn't gonna work. It's long gone. Come on.
Oh no! That's so cute.
Yeah. So it was a variety of things. There were small size figures that were painted to resemble things in My Little Pony. There were larger toys that were involved in some of the things. There were some actual like toys with like just giant cannons strapped to their backs.
It undersold. This is $10,000.
It was very cool.
This is so cute.
Yeah, like not all the paint jobs were the best on this, but still,
it's the congregation of it all.
Yeah.
This is what I would want.
I'm listening.
I got nothing else to say.
You just said this is what you would want.
This is what I would want.
Oh, that specifically. Okay. And then other people have done like tutorials on if you wanted to paint, a Marine that had the same colors as these characters, here's how you would do it.
That's real cute. Oh wait, the pink.
No, but look at that pink. That's not the pink I want. These are cool. There's a lot.
They put some clay out there or something. Yeah. That is super cute.
There are 3D.
What's problematic about Applejack? Is she racist?
No. She doesn't really have a character. She's just cowgirl. She's just like that's kind of it. Yeah, there's a whole thing about the problem with Applejack. Because she doesn't really have a character.
I see. King Koopa. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you can do anything.
Heads or tails?
You gotta flip it first.
Heads or tails?
When you flip it, I'll tell you. Heads. You don't call it until it's in the air.
Shit. Why? Oh.
Because you don't. You
Heads
savage.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Savage. Heads, bitch.
Look,
Maybe you called it before.
you don't call it until it's in the air.
Says who?
We need a poll in chat.
Says who?
Do you call it before the flip or when it's in the air?
Why wouldn't you call it before the flip?
Because you just don't
When
do
you're
that in the air always.
In football.
In life.
In football, they say heads or tails. Heads or heads. Okay. That's how they do it in football.
Call it in the air. Call it in the air. You do not call it before it is flipped.
I don't understand. Okay. Heads or tails? Do it, tell me.
No, not until you flip. Tails.
You're literally...
I'd rather be wrong calling it when you're supposed to than call it before the flip.
And be right.
Heads.
You're real bad
Okay,
at this.
Sure.
This is what we're going to do when we're done with Dune. Just do this all day.
Just do this. See, look. In the air, always. In the air. Oh, Tiny Chris says either. Melpomino after the flip.
Before the throw, mute collect.
Okay, but not as many.
They do the pre-flip because a guy botched the teen's call. Ah. This diverts the house. During a coin toss, the coin is thrown in the air such that it rotates edge over edge several times. Either beforehand or when the coin is in the air and interest... Okay! This sounds like superstition to me.
Sure. Tails.
Oh, it's tails!
Hey, I got one. 50-50 chance and I'm going to get it wrong most of the time. Oh. Careful.
Okay. Oh, it's gone forever. That was a fun
That's
game.
it. All right. Stream over.
So tonight,
Yes,
at
what's happening
7
tonight?
p.m., it's my home buddies night. And we're going to play Schmooze, Slime, Pissed Hit. Anyways.
Is it the return of Team Piss or are you making new teams?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We'll know when we get there.
Fair.
It's improv. Calling it in the air prevents one side from having advantage. Sure.
Right.
But, because, like, you don't want them to see where it started, too, right? Someone could even guess how many times it flips,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, potentially.
So, yeah, we're going to do improv again
Cool.
for about an hour. Yeah. The Schmooze, Slime... Oh, Kiss is better, but... Schmooze, Slime, Piss, Tits. Anyways. Whose line is it anyways?
Slime, piss. Okay.
Poor kids in the other room. I'm never
That's-
welcome back. We'll do some improv. What about you? What's the rest of your week
What
like?
about me? Oh, I'm going to keep working on this guy.
Yeah.
Now that I've got a new direction
The points do matter.
for him.
The points
points.
equate to my esteem for you.
Yeah. Okay. We should do more coin flipping then.
So you can lose more points.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this turns out. This is also super up my alley. So if you ever need...
Yeah, I mean, I obviously I would love your input for all of it and ideas. People have asked, and I'm not up to the level yet where I'm comfortable attempting it, but people have put Bluetooth speakers in some of these things.
So smart.
That's beyond my hobby capability at this point.
Well, I mean,
Never
it's
say
expensive.
never. Yeah, and you really have to know what you're doing to run stuff like that. But people do it. People also do LEDs.
Yeah, because I
and
have
run
I
lights
do
and-
have LED fairy lights that I'm never
Yeah.
going to use. That are probably super easy to put in there if you ever want.
I know. But then there's all sorts of things down the line that you have to worry about with that.
Sure.
Where the wiring goes, because you got to have the button somewhere. You have to worry about where heat accumulates. There's other things involved, but people do it. I've seen some incredible displays where again they'll put electronics in there. They'll have it come out through a secret spot. There'll be something on the base where the controller will be in part of the rubble on the base with a hidden button, and it's
That's incredible.
wild. Yeah, so you can light up the eyes or
An
the weapons.
engineer would love to figure that out.
Yeah, for sure. Me, maybe one day.
I mean, you have your own version of problem solving.
Yeah, I'm doing enough here. I got magnets.
I'm excited about this.
That's about as far as...
You got magnets.
Magnets are tough.
It's like me with redstone on Minecraft.
Yeah.
I tried to build something and almost half of it worked, the other half didn't.
Fair. There's a new Warhammer novel that just came out. I'm reading it. It's continuing the Horus Heresy.
Oh, okay.
So the ancient times. We're almost at the end, everybody. We're almost at the end. I'm not going to give
are you reading it
big
on
spoilers.
stream?
No. People are still reading that stuff. So, but it's silly.
I have not seen the working computers that people make, although I understand that does exist. I think someone made a spaceship too.
I've seen
Some
like the
things.
Enterprise.
Yeah,
in Minecraft,
they made an
but
Enterprise.
I don't know.
It's amazing that they were able to build this in-world, basically currency, but not currency, conduit system that
Oh,
you
I see.
could basically make do anything. It's insane. And I
don't-
just
I
want to
don't
watch
understand
other
any of
people
that.
telling me to do it. And this guy, he's got a really great concept. His explanation of it is not wonderful. It's not the worst, but
Yeah,
I'm blaming him for my inability to do this thing.
you should do that. Man, you've upended my world once
I'm
again.
so happy to do that for you.
Don't eat the models. I don't recommend it. What else?
I will not be streaming on Monday. I'll be on a stream on Monday, just in case those of you that do watch my stream are looking forward to that. But at 5 p.m. I will be doing some RPGs, so I'll get you guys the information for
Okay.
that.
Oh, you want to see some cool orcs?
Yes.
Go on, Benjamin, get off there.
If your models are good enough, you too can be featured on the Games Workshop site. So check out these orcs.
There's a child behind
Yeah.
you. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that cool? So she did a whole army in this. Look at that. Look at that cross hatching.
Ooh. Oh my
beautiful?
God, it's hard to believe that's it.
Yeah.
It looks like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I love
Yes.
that. That's very cool.
Super.
Look at
super
the
cool.
slime.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's almost too busy, but it's actually, yeah, but at the same time, it's still great. I love the color scheme.
Mm.
And it looks like metal. This is good. This
Yeah.
is very good. Look at that. I love
That's
all
so
the
neat.
chain. It's so funny. Huh. Why do I feel like there's a ghost in here? There's a ghost with us right now.
Because everybody who comes to our house says that there's a ghost.
No, someone's here, yeah.
I told you my one
yes.
experience, my
I think-
personal experience.
Yes. Oh, maybe not?
So I was over there taking pictures, and I was looking at my camera. So I was lean over a little bit further, but head down. So I was looking at my camera, and I felt
No.
like a full. I was the only person in the house, totally alone.
Wouldn't you just like kill yourself in that moment?
No,
What did you do?
I did that, and I checked to make sure, and lo and behold, I was alone
Was it your
in the house.
dad?
I don't know. I have no answer. But again, as other people have said who have been in this house, the spirit, the presence,
It's not a bad one.
it's not a bad one. It's
No, yeah. If
it's
it wanted
not-
to hurt you at this point, it would have. Yeah.
no,
100
yeah. And again, everybody who's been in here who's felt something has said that it is a benevolent presence.
I don't have a stake on that
So
yet.
I'm not calling them Ghostbusters just yet. Yeah. But yeah, this army is just beautiful.
That's bonkers. I
And
love
I can't
that.
imagine how much time this takes to do all that.
Well, if you're really good, you know,
Yeah, sure.
it's amazing how people can accomplish stuff if they're really good at it. Oh my God! Look at that tongue. I love that it's purple.
Yeah, little buddy.
Okay, so there is a
What are you
human now.
doing?
Hi, handsome.
Are
Okay.
you pooping, buddy?
But I'm not oh, that was a walk around and jump on the map go to Devon.
Two different
Look
pages.
at look at the places on the map and go to different places.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Did you go book board?
Look at that.
Do you have to? Look at that, so cool. Bless you.
Bless you.
No.
Okay, just asking.
Oh, what are these?
Your dad has a
Oh,
lot
lots of
of
things.
stuff.
So yeah,
This is-
that's super cool. I love when they feature other people who, or people who painted things. They did that with the new. There's a new. So Titans are like the gigantic versions of knights in the
Right,
game.
yes,
so
yes.
there are models. The biggest one is this big.
It's like $1,000.
Yeah, 1,500. So there's a new Titan that's even bigger. It doesn't exist in this scale, but they have it in the game that's this scale, and so they gave some to painters to see what they could do with it, and these are like award-winning painters.
Look at that.
No, buddy, no.
Oh, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
not sure.
So this model it's a bit bigger than this knight,
Oh
but
my
it's
goodness.
not too much bigger. But
I
yeah,
love
just
the green in the
the
that's
plasma
really good.
coils. Yeah, it's just crazy, and how they do these like marble effects.
Won't see that.
Wait
Dinga,
a sec.
bios, okay. Okay. I don't think. Wait, are you still?
Yes. He's just short enough that we can't see him.
Yeah, so these are again like
Just a buddy.
top of the line. Look at the weathering and the dust.
Oh, those are good colors. Ooh, the dust. They're
Just-
on Arrakis.
Insane.
Just a good.
Oh, I get that.
You don't like that?
I dance.
You want to do what?
And then the fire, because you got to have flames. Flames.
Flames on the side of my face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, hobby goals to paint and make models that look this good. One day.
Guys, come on.
Okay, go see. Go get mama.
Mama, hey.
Mama tea. Monkey see, monkey do.
Mm-hmm, of course.
No, Mama.
Flames.
Flames on the side of my face.
I don't know that I'd want flames on my models.
No.
That's not really the aesthetic I'm
No.
going for. But it's cool when they do stuff like that.
This is great. I'm excited for you.
It should, yeah. I mean, as I envision things,
A pick.
Yeah, I mean,
There's just so much. I have a guitar string that just
you know
broke.
what'd be cool? we have guitar strings. No. You know what'd be cool? Hold on.
The Ed Hardy arm. Yikes.
Ugh.
Yikes on bikes.
So the hand. What if you did the hand, but the fingers were picks? With the guitar. No. Okay. Never mind.
You know why? It wouldn't read. It would need to be like one hand holding a pick.
Okay.
Or
Fair.
I'm just trying to think of how it could look. And it could
Oh,
look
what if you
weird,
did-
like spades almost. It would look like spades,
Yeah. Well.
not picks.
Yeah. Well, how do you get around that though with that shape? Even if it was just one.
You can make, sometimes people are like pick holders. You make it look like there's a bunch of picks coming out. So like on this arm, right?
Yeah.
This would be lined with picks. And so instead of horns with the other one, you have protrusions of picks. Or
Could you do that? So say you had a chainsaw. Could you make
yes.
picks for the teeth
Yep.
of the chainsaw?
100%. There's another thing I'm thinking though, is like you can make it also the base of the feet too.
Sure. Lots of options.
Here's the beginning of your emergency list. Things you need to get
Thank
for
you.
your family.
Awesome. I was actually going to ask you about that.
I have a better version one, but you guys need, this is where you need to start at least.
Cool.
All
Spend some money.
right, let's
Let's do it.
do it to it. Who are we rating?
I don't know. Let's see who is on. Any of our friends? Any friendos?
Do we have friends?
I don't know. It depends on the day of the week.
Sure.
Okay, ready to see everything slow down? Go away. Go away.
Builderess, nice to see ya.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Got a couple people of.
Whatever.
What do you think? And then all of the hot tub girls.
Oh my God. Well, you've been looking at them clearly.
I swear to God, you click on one of them once, and that's all your recommended channels are going to show
Jesus
you from
Christ.
then on.
I would do that.
Sure.
Just start.
Yeah. Tell them.
What? What do you mean? No, I'm saying trade them.
Oh,
And get people to follow you. There's a bunch of people on that channel.
but what are they doing? They're in a game.
Yeah, exactly. We do TTRPGs.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, all right. Okay.
I'm thinking strategically.
Okay. Tell them who we're rating.
Guys, we're gonna raid D&D Beyond, and as you know, we're friends with Just Start, and he's like in charge of that. It is very possible one of our friends is playing a game, because that happens sometimes.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, it's likely if you go to a
TTRPG, we
it's
know
probably
someone who's
at least
doing
one
that.
person
This is
who's
true.
on is probably
We're like a big deal on the
It's-
outside of the big deal.
right. We know the big,
big
deals.
deals.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true though. It's funny whenever like a big streaming thing is happening. Inevitably, I'll know somebody involved
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
on some
Yeah,
level.
we're so close.
We're just on the outside of that bubble.
It doesn't matter.
You're like half in the bubble. I'm outside the bubble. I'm just like waving out of the bubble.
I don't know that I care about the bubble.
Oh, I didn't say we care.
I mean, I care about my
I
people
mean,
in the bubble.
maybe I care. Maybe I want to.
Fair.
No,
Well,
it's fine.
the things I haven't gotten in terms of like recognition or like popularity or like working for this channel or whatever is so that I can stay focused on what my actual goal is. So
Yeah.
we're on the top of the fringe
We're-
scene.
we're like-
that's
yeah.
so effing funny. That is so great. Ooh, 100%. Yes, a Dead Saints fan. All right, we're gonna send you guys there.
it.
Say bye, Scott.
Bye, Scott. Don't. Why you? Did it go?
I don't know.
What's happening?
I don't know.
No, it's just
Bye,
slow.
everybody.
Graceful. Did it actually?